So at the end of every year's worth of content, I'm going to make a bonus video just like this one, going over all the stuff that I couldn't make into its own video, plus stuff I wasn't able to cover due to either being lost or being unavailable to me. 1981 only had Donkey Kong and the two Crazy Kong variations, so there was no need for me to make a bonus video for that year. 1982, despite being so early in the franchise, still does actually have a decent amount of stuff to cover. Before I get into that, I do want to clarify a bit on something in the original introduction video for this series when I was discussing the concept of the bonus videos back then. I mentioned that alongside board games, I would cover toys that I could find info on. What I meant is that the ones I'd mention would be ones that I find interesting, not that I'd cover every single toy ever produced. Now, I'd certainly like to, but that seems more like an end of series goal when I could actually dedicate longer amounts of times to researching the history of each respective toy brand. I'm not saying with 100% certainty that I will do that. It's hard for me to actually predict what things will be like by the time I'm caught up with the current games, but it's an idea. That being said, I actually do want to mention this specific Donkey Kong plush because I think it just looks funny. I'm surprised they actually made the promotional ad look exactly like the plush. Some other things I found were the figurines of the current quartet of main characters, a gun toy, and a penny bank where you rolled coins like barrels. In terms of media I couldn't cover due to its lack of availability, the very last episode is a good example. In that video, only 2 of the original activity books and 1 of the Strikes Again books are available, plus a few random scans from throughout the rest of the series. I do think we have the most important of these books available, scans-wise at least, but it's still a shame there isn't more. None of this is to say that they're straight up lost media. A decent few of these have eBay listings available. I just don't have infinite money, so I can't afford to buy every one of these that I see. On a more fun note, however, the Donkey Kong cereal. It has an advertisement which I'll play here.
Currency barrel of fun for breakfast. Donkey Kong cereal.
Mario, save me! Kids, I'm gonna jump, you're gonna crunch. Here we go.
Donkey Kong.
More crunch.
Donkey Kong cereal.
Happy landing, Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong cereal is part of this complete breakfast. You love the crunch.
There are actually a few variations, all of which can be viewed in Saturday Morning Fans compilation video, which will be linked in the description. So this technically isn't the first Mario portrayal we've seen. There was also Harris Shore, which played him in the ColecoVision Donkey Kong commercial, but the voice in this one, where he's played by Larry Morin, is super interesting because he sounds just like modern Mario. Not only does he have the Italian accent, but he even says "here we go." There will be tons of examples throughout the series where I have no idea if these are coincidences or just actual inspiration taken for the future of the series. I don't know what else to say. The cereal is shaped like barrels. Next up is the Milton Bradley board game. This is actually one of the board games that I might be able to make a proper video on at some point in the future. I'm pretty sure I've seen this game somewhere at my friend's house one time, so in the future I might check and see if all the pieces are present, and if so, I might be able to actually cover it. For more in-depth videos that actually exist, I'd recommend watching the videos from Pixel Dan and Guru Larry covering the game. Once again, those will be linked in the description. These videos are also where I'll be getting some of the images that I use. From what I've seen, this game actually emulates the mechanics of the arcade game into a board game format almost perfectly. There are 4 colored Marios as the player pieces, which coincidentally happen to line up with the 4 colors used in the GBA Mario Bros. Port. And there's pieces correlating to Donkey Kong, the barrels, and the fire. The game board heavily looks like 25M, and there's mechanics in place for the barrels rolling, for fire spawning at the bottom, and for gathering points for jumping over barrels using action cards. The whole thing seems super well done to me, though I haven't played it myself. Next up is this amazing toy, where you just tilt it to move a Mario piece on the inside and avoid obstacles. I unfortunately can't find any videos on it. Here's something that's actually from 1981 that I didn't know about until this point in the script. I think that speaks for how difficult it is to find some of this information. I would not recommend eating this candy. And finally, here's some Donkey Kong trading cards released by Topps. I can't show all of them, but I'll have the trading card database linked in the description if you're interested. And that is 1982 completed, a comparatively small year for what is to come in 1983. It took me about a week to cover this year, so let's see how long it'll take for future years.